not caring. And then on top of it, you not caring enough about the murder of somebody, the whole thing starting on your property. The person was murdered and you claim you're too ill to show up to court. Yet you can go out on your boat. You can have your house built. So, anyways, Larry English is scuzz. Absolute scum. He's absolute honky trash. The McMichaels are trash. Everybody that participated in that Facebook page that started all this gossip, started all this rumor, started all this bigotry, which ended in racism, which ended with a person of color being murdered on their street. Every one of them is trash. Absolute trash. And Facebook is trash for allowing these Facebook pages to exist. We got one here in where I live, and I call it Nosy Honkies of Hudson. But that's not the name of it. It's called Nosy Asses of Hudson. But all it is, it's encouraging gossip, it's encouraging negativity, it's promoting negativity, and I think anybody who belongs to that Facebook page is absolute trash. The only rule they have on that Facebook page, and the only reason I know this is because I looked on all the other nosy-ass Facebook pages, and the only ones they have with that name are ones around here in Lenawee County and surrounding areas. So that tells you a lot, about, the inbred mindset in the rural areas. Just absolute trash. Because I have not found nosy-ass pages in any of the places in the Metro Detroit area where I used to live, or in Houston. But anyways, yeah, the only rule on these pages, and like I said, the only reason is I looked in the other pages, and a couple of them made their rules public, even though the pages themselves are private. The only rule they have is no advocating acts of violence, no threats of violence. And the only reason they have that rule is because it's a Facebook rule. And they have to put that rule on there because if there is a complaint about a threat of violence or advocating violence on somebody else, Facebook will shut the page down. So they have to put that rule there. But their other rules are, I'm sorry, they do have more rules. The other rules are, if you complain about what somebody said about you, we'll kick you off. Not the person who said it, you. They can call you whatever they want to call you and say whatever they want to say about you, and you have to suck it up. They can spread gossip, they can spread rumor, they can tell lies, it doesn't matter. And the thing about it is, if you're not on the page, you don't know you're being gossiped about. Okay? So I'd rather not know, because if I was to know, what could I do about it? It would just haunt me day and night. It would bug me day and night as to what these people are saying. But I would not be able to say anything about it because I'd just get kicked off. So I'd rather just not even be part of it. I wouldn't be part of it because I don't want to support that trash. That's just gossiping, and malicious gossip. It's not like, I love to gossip, but I don't like this malicious gossip. I don't like where people can make up lies or want to make up lies or want to believe the worst or spread rumors that they're not even sure if it's true. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff is just sheer nonsense. And this is how people get killed. We almost had an incident here in Hudson or around Hudson. It wasn't in the city of Hudson. It was like Manitou Beach or something, where some boy was going around selling, trying to sell books door to door, children's books. And he was part of one of them MLMs. And he was going door to door. And somebody posted on, it wasn't even Nosy Honkies of Hudson. It was a local virtual sales website, one of them Facebook sales websites where you just post stuff that you want in a post and in your local area, and you got to become a member to be able to post and to see what's on there. And I used to be a member of one or two of them, but I'm not anymore because of this reason. What happened was, well, this is one of the reasons. There was another reason too, but this was the main reason. What happened was somebody posted on there, which you're not supposed to do. It's not gossip hounding. It's supposed to be for sale. But somebody posted on there that somebody who looked suspicious was coming around selling books, and he said he was this and that and this and that. And everybody got riled up, probably because they had nothing better to do. It's like, don't you have work to do? It's the middle of the day. But anyways, everybody got riled up and was like, I bet he's out to steal stuff. I bet he's selling drugs. I bet he's a pedophile. I mean, all this stuff in the comments, and just, there had to be like 50 comments of just riling people up for no reason. And then there was some people saying, I've got my gun and I'm on my porch. And, people are saying, oh, he's headed this way and I just saw him headed there. And somebody showed a card. It's like, oh, he left this card. I don't trust it. It was like, it had a website. It had the name of the business. It had a phone. It had like 2 or 3 phone numbers on it. It had a fax number. It had an email. And so I just looked up the business online, and I says, yep, right here, gave the link. I put the comment. I gave the link. I says, it's right here. If, his face is on the page, on the business page, if this is the person that's coming around, he's legit. It's a legit business. But of course it got buried under 75 other comments. And I just put, I just commented. My comment maybe got 3 likes, and then even some of the people that liked my comment still went on with the gossip hounding and riling people up and saying, oh, I bet he's a pedophile. It's like, you just read my comment and liked it. And now you're going to start with the pedophile nonsense again? So anyways, I just put a comment on there. I'm screenshotting all these comments. If anything happens to that kid, I'm going to send all these screenshots to the police. And y'all are going to have to answer for that. And shortly after that, I removed myself from the group. And it almost happened here. Luckily, nothing happened to that boy. I don't know if he got harassed while he was out and about. I don't know if he met up with anybody that was, on that Facebook group saying all that nonsense. But, that's just what happens, I did end up calling the police. I said, well, I didn't call the police. I called a friend who could put a word in the ear of the police. And I told her, or I messaged her, I says, I'm real worried about this kid. He's out there with all these, Deliverance Revisited people. And this is why rural people get a bad name. This is why, all this nonsense here. And so she put a word in with the police, and she let them know what was going on. And I don't know if they, made sure he was okay, did drive by to make sure he was okay, or what they did. But anyway, so yeah, so that's, I have no respect for this. This Larry English started this rumor and got Ahmaud Arbery killed. And he doesn't even have the guts to show up in court and face Arbery's mother and relatives and friends like he should have. He was too chicken wimp to... My chickens are braver than him. They kill mice. This dude gets this kid killed and can't even face his family because he's probably so ashamed of what he did. Either that or he doesn't care for people. He doesn't care. Oh, just another black person dead. A colored person, if I'm using his terminology. Anyways, there we go for today.